fading out anyway.
It was fading out, and hey, I know we're live on YouTube, or we're recording for YouTube.
We're recording for YouTube. Are we live on?
I think we just went live on Facebook.
Live on Facebook.
Yes,
All right.
yes,
All
we
right.
are.
All right, Facebook.
We're now live on Facebook.
Oh man!
Didn't I hear that they were rebranding to Metaverse or whatever?
They're doing what?
Facebook's
you, guys.
rebranding.
Yeah, so I know we're live because, hey, that was
We
good.
talked about that last week. Meta.
Meta, yes, Meta.
Yeah, Metaverse.
Man, that was a good playlist. Like we just ripped through some good shit. Harry McClintock, Merle Haggard, Johnny Paycheck,
Yeah.
Waylon Jennings.
Yeah, we only got partial bit of the Outlaws there, or the Highwaymen.
We were starting to put the Highwaymen together
we
one
did
by
do the,
one.
We did do the Wayland though. I mean, that was a
Wayland was
solid.
nice, yeah.
That was a solid. How are y'all doing tonight? Is our real question.
Yeah.
That's not my real question.
It's not Rob's real
The
question.
Merle
It was
Haggard we
my
were listening
question.
to right before we
So-
opened was, I think I'll just stay here and drink.
Yeah, which means, what's that mean? That means
It's time to pop them. Peel them back. Let them rip.
Cheated. Mine's already over.
It's Monday night. I cheated. I'm already drinking my palate cleanser.
That's what I just said.
you're already drinking.
Well, no, but I didn't open my palate drinking beer. I'm just already drinking cleanser.
Oh. That's what I just said.
You're
Yeah,
already
that's
drinking.
well, no.
It's
but
like you're
I
inside
didn't
my head,
open
Rob.
my
know.
drinking beer. I'm
What's
just
going
already
on? It's
drinking
like
cleanser.
they're-
Oh.
How many of them have you just started? And it's off.
It just went crazy on me.
Oh wow. That's
I will say in the playlist there is one we skipped, and I was
It
really
just went
interested to
crazy
hear.
on me. I'm still trying.
Oh
you
wow.
know what?
That's
Here's the
I
problem.
will
Josh.
say in the
It
really
just went
playing out
crazy
loud.
on me. Yeah, I'm still trying.
hit the mute button.
I got it. But the problem is because Josh has on his computer has that little bar at the bottom that doesn't move away.
Space bar.
No. The icon bar.
Uh-huh.
Well, the mute button is under that icon bar, so I had to move the screen to get to the mute button.
That
Just hit the mute button. On
still doesn't explain why he kept
stop
starting
trying
it
to make
over.
things super easy on me. I'm 50 years old. I'll do it my way.
Yeah. You don't have to touch the screen just because it's touchscreen.
I'm gonna throw it out there. Like, good or not, we did not listen to the Sammy Hagar Rock Candy from 5/19/78.
That's not Rock Candy Mountain, though.
No, it looks very different. And
Yeah.
honestly, in this black and white like photo,
No, they.
I don't know what Sammy Hagar was doing before Van Halen.
Hagar does Rock Candy, and then he does a version live with Josh's favorite country singer and
Which one's that?
Grace Potter. Kenny Chesney.
Oh, that's
They do a live version. It's pretty hot because Grace Potter's got it.
I didn't
Hell of a
say
voice.
I don't. I did say I don't hate Kenny Chesney.
So Lisa checked in already, and Ernie just checked in.
Lisa.
Both said, "Hey, what's up, guys?" Hey,
Lisa, I
what's up,
could not.
everybody?
Just FYI, Lisa is coming down from Pennsylvania the weekend following Thanksgiving, and
We
she's
still
gonna be
have
making
a
stop at the
bottle
shop.
of Robertson's available.
Am I sensing a cameo
She wants the
appearance?
Robertsons, and she wants the Druids flute, I think.
Oh,
Am I
it's
sensing a
tasting
cameo
great.
appearance?
No, I don't think she's going to be here on Monday. She might
Okay.
be, but actually, she is going to be. But she's going to Myrtle Beach. She's stopping in here on the way down.
Okay, all right. That's forgivable.
Speaking of
What other news do we have
guest
from the week?
appearance, next week
Guests.
I won't be here, so Chris Manker's sitting in.
Minker's coming.
Really?
He's gonna be
Yeah.
so mad that I shaved my beard off.
So there's going to be a shake-up in the who's sitting where thing, I think, next week.
He's
But-
got enough beard. We could still call it 2.5 beards.
Yeah.
yeah.
He's definitely got enough to hold for somebody else.
You give me a few months and it'll be like mostly back.
Are you kidding me? 2 weeks, you'll already like outgrow mine.
By the way,
Bill was laughing at me today. He was doing the, where Adam Sandler does. Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, I'm drinking from my palate cleanser, the Original Sin dry New York dry cider. It is what it is. It's dry and it's not an overly sweet cider. I think it's a good palate cleanser. What do you got over there, Josh?
I've got the new anthem, Crying Won't Help You Brown Ale, which is definitely true, but especially when you haven't shaved in almost a year, and then you forgot what your face looked like, and you realize what your face looks like in the mirror. And no matter how much you cry, it doesn't make your beard come back.
Ernie thinks Josh shaved. He looks so emo now.
Emo. Yeah, actually, look at his hair, Ern.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been listening to a lot of Hawthorne Heights lately.
Oh,
Little
God.
Under Oath and Norma Jean.
He had to throw the Hawthorne
and
Heights
some
in
Fall Out Boy. Just really kind of going like early 2000s with it.
Yeah. So what you got over there, Nick,
there.
for your palate cleanser there?
Well, it's funny you mention it. It's the Nova Flare. It's part of the Space
Space
Camper
Camp, yeah.
series from Boulevard. I'm actually
Lisa says you look so young.
we've been
Thank you.
That's
Thank you,
because
Lisa.
he is.
Thank you.
we've been long awaiting just having normal IPAs back, and I feel like Space Camper's Nova Flare is just a part of it. I do like the space reference and the fact that we recently just underwent a solar flare.
I believe you, and I'm sorry, I'm just laughing because it just dawned on me for the first time I looked down at your guys' camera. So when we were setting up, Nick said that he was going to set his mic up directly in his face tonight.
How did that work
Sure
out?
enough, he did.
How is that?
I didn't even notice it until right now.
My face
You
is
can't even see
a
him.
microphone.
Yeah, it's like microphone and then half.
By the way, I did send you guys a little text photo of what my brother thinks my goatee looks like.
Clinton Xavier joined in and says, "Well, Nicholas,
Hey, Clint, good to see you, buddy.
I was going to call you to talk shit about the Bears."
Oh yeah, what is the score right now? It's Steelers Bears.
Oh,
Clint Xavier is a Pittsburgh guy,
go Steelers! he
born
says.
and raised. Yeah, I've watched many Steelers. I watched a Super Bowl win with him. So,
Was he got a terrible towel and
but
everything?
no, his family they go into these terrible tirades
That's
where
what
they
Steelers
throw the
says.
terrible towels at the TV when they don't like what's happening, and then
Oh,
they
yeah.
roll around on the ground. It's great.
No,
I felt like I was inertial for a day.
And I'll tell you, they say Texas has the biggest football fans, but the
Pitts-
Midwest,
the
and
Pittsburgh-
and the
I
East
love
Coast,
Steeler country. I'm just going to throw that out there.
Northeast of the Midwest. I mean, talk about
But
college.
Steeler country's
pro
one
football.
thing. But you get some actual hardened Pittsburghians. I don't know if that's what I just call them Permanis because these people are so crunchy.
Permani brothers.
It's like they are the potato chips on your Italian sub. Like,
You mean the French fries?
well, yeah, but they're shoestring. We're splitting hairs at this point.
Hey, can we split a beer?
Yeah. What kind of beer do you think we should try?
Great segue.
Oh, look at that. We're getting so good at this.
Yeah.
Bunch of Permanis.
So who's got the first beer over there?
I brought a dark beer.
I
did bring a
brought
beer.
an IPA.
Dark.
Let's
Beer.
start with the IPA then, I guess, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm drinking IPA.
While you're doing that, I'm going to open this wine so it can breathe just a tad bit.
I'm also really glad to announce that I don't have to open tomorrow.
Neither do I.
I'm not showing
And
up for an opening
For
shift.
once in 2 weeks, I don't either.
Yeah. it's
Lisa says Pittsburghers are awesome, and she says
Pittsburghers. You don't call them Permanians, huh? Okay. Okay.
And
Thank
Ernie
you.
says, I live in Steelers country when the games on town is close, at least where I live.
That sounds like Steelers country speak.
Ernie, you might have to clarify that a little bit because we haven't quite caught up to, I think, where you're at right now.
Is he
with
texting from his dashboard or?
sounds like he lived close to where the games were.
He had a beer. He
Sound like.
posted a picture with him and a beer earlier.
Now, you did say we're having Manker on next week. He's from like Cumberland, Maryland. Do you guys think that's Steeler country?
Cumberland, Maryland is that section
That's-
of Maryland everyone forgets about. That's basically West Virginia, but not West Virginia.
Isn't that going to be
I think that's Steeler
Redskins
country. Oh, you think he's a Skins fan?
Well,
not the
I'm sorry.
Eagles.
Former Redskins
Or-
country.
I don't
Or he
think-
hates
I
them all
don't-
and he just roots for the Giants. Or no, I bet he's a Steelers fan. No, I bet he's converted. I bet he's a Southern football fan.
He's probably just a moonshiner.
I think he's a Panthers fan.
It's
Like most people should be.
all right.
Even
Well,
though
we got our
we kill it.
All right, there's a beer right
they
there.
kill
we
me
got our
every
trivia
week on
question for
Sunday.
next week. It
So-
looks a lot like these beers I've been drinking already.
Speaking of like Northeast, so we're doing an IPA right now from Amagang Brewing, Hop State, New York,
Hey, Rob, there's beer here.
and this is a
They love this part.
this is a dry hop IPA brewed with all New York grown hops. Which
That's really cool.
honestly, I didn't realize they were growing hops in New York.
Why not?
I hadn't even had any beer yet.
I,
Didn't really
I
strike
did.
me as a
I did hear from some people who went to the baseball museum Hall of Fame, and they basically told me Omegang Brewery's like all over it. Like you,
Amagang is great, dude. Like these guys are one of like
so
legitimately
to know that a real like genuine American beer has genuinely like found harmony with America's pastime. Like, what other sport do people ever brag about? Just like, I'm gonna go to a game today, get a beer. Like, I know that's a thing in football and hockey or whatever, but nothing more than baseball. Is it like during the third inning, I get up and I go get a beer from this kiosk. Rob's falling asleep.
Now, did anybody give the stats on this beer yet?
Oh, I forgot. If I mention the word baseball, Rob actually goes into a hypnotic sleep.
Did anybody? Did you guys get a
What
chance
the batting
to talk
average
about
is
the
on
stats
this thing?
guy?
we haven't talked about stats.
Yeah,
no.
read the back of the card on that.
Hop State, New York, $4.50 a pint,
There goes our producer.
7.4% ABV.
Which I guess the running joke about upstate New York is the fact that a lot of people claim to be from it, but that just means you're not from New York City with a lot of people's eyes.
Well, is that even part of the joke on the label? They're like, what part of the state you from? And like, honestly, this is pretty close. This is verging on what we would call Southern tier from our objective, but we're not subjective. It's like,
Well, we got a few people that come through the shop that affirm us that they're from actual upstate New York.
but they are if there's like a lake in the name, or they mention anything having to do with like Buffalo or Rochester or Watertown, they're from upstate. If they mention anything about the Adirondacks, that's upstate. But if they say I'm from upstate, I got a place in the Catskills, that's where you kind of want to like start to begin to draw some.
So
BS.
where's Albany?
Albany's past the Catskills, heading up towards the Adirondacks, but on the flatland side. But it's definitely upstate.
Well, and they definitely mentioned in the description that they are upstate as well.
Interesting.
Yeah. They said New York grown hops and locally sourced two-row barley.
That's pretty cool.
I've heard it said
Shine
that.
in this classic IPA, a toast to our upstate home and its hop growing history.
The fact that they're using locally sourced barley too, that's really impressive.
Josh, I've heard people describe upstate New York as anything past Westchester County.
What part of Ohio there, Clinton?
I don't know anything about that.
Clint's in Columbus.
Go Bucks. OH.
Oh yeah, he's an OSUer. He'll give you that. Clinton, we've seen a couple big noons, haven't we?
Now Clinton and Lisa are back and forth on where in Pittsburgh they're both.
Oh
from
yeah,
and
yeah,
stuff.
yeah. Oakland Hills, right?
Yeah, they're back and forth. I'll let them continue that conversation.
Actually, well, Clint Senior, Clint's dad, he is like so Pittsburgh, it's ridiculous. The guy's mouth hardly opens when he talks. It's just like.
Well, I gotta say, as far as this beer goes, like
I like the nose on it. That's pretty good.
nose, flavor, and just everything all around about this.
Super pleasant.
Pretty solid.
I mean, to me, this is like ideal beer. Like, I am the IPA guy at the table. I know you drink IPAs with me all the time, and Rob does. So I don't know how I became that, and I'm the guy who brought a dark beer tonight. But when I taste a beer like this isn't like there's no interruption. It sets me back on the course I was like trying to be on.
See, I like the color of it. I like the way the malt is there. It's a little bit sweet. You definitely can taste.
There's
the barley.
definitely fruit tones,
But the hops are really well done in this.
but there's no fruit per se in
Yeah.
here. There's
Now-
no haze.
To me, this is New England IPA without saying it's New England IPA, right? I mean,
Well,
I wouldn't say that.
I don't-
'cause,
I don't see anything
it's
hazy.
Not, it's not
well,
exactly.
I'm getting the bottom of the can, so
Yeah.
I've definitely got haze.
I mean,
Well,
it might.
it does say dry hopped, so you'll get some.
I'd
you know,
say this is more
particular.
unfiltered than like legitimately hazy.
And I get, instead of getting the pine on the nose, I'm getting more of the orange.
Not me.
It was me that had a business call coming in. My apologies.
There's a good chance Rob has to go.
No.
Bum bum bum.
However,
Dun,
there's a
dun,
good chance that
dun,
there's
dun.
going to be a voicemail coming in.
There's a good
Bum,
chance
bum,
I have work
bum.
tomorrow. No.
Bum bum.
Mm.
Bum bum bum.
Nick, we give you the 3 days out stuff. We don't give you the 24-hour stuff.
So yeah, I mean, I like this. I mean, the hops, it's not very piney to me.
I do get some pine though. I wouldn't say it's devoid.
Yeah, no, you're right. I'm just saying it's not very piney.
I get more like turpentine than like pine needly.
I get like there's a pine cone in the fire, not like I'm burning a stack of pine needles.
Yeah, or no, I'm not like I'm not like face first in like a fir.
I've seen that. It's not pretty.
I had to think what type of fur, and then I realized you're talking about FIR, not FUR.
I honestly, who wouldn't like the mental picture of Josh face first in fur?
FUR.
Face first.
Like me with a beard and a fur in like a Christmas tree.
Just tucked right in, like you.
That's just Christmas.
That's just Christmas. that's like 3 hours after they woke up.
I worked at a Christmas
morning,
tree lot.
and Josh is on his.
Remember those videos of those guys like bush jumping?
12% ABV Christmas ale.
We used to do tackle Christmas, and you basically grab the largest Christmas tree you can and you jump on it. It's very juvenile.
See, that's the problem with the English language. It's like when you say we need to tackle this problem, are you being literal or figurative?
Is it like a rugby tackle or how do we?
See? Other languages, there's 2 words. That'll get you. That'll get you.
Unless you got the Jewish language, when they have 100 words for dumbass.
Yeah, that's all context, though.
Yeah.
Which are you talking about splitting hairs between the schlemiel and the
The
schlemo?
schmo and the.
But when you're talking
Did you
about
say schnuck or schmuck?
Both.
Yeah,
when you're
not the
talking
schnook
about-
though,
when
because
you're
the
talking about
schnook's a little different.
Hebrew, which I believe is the language you're referring to.
Yeah, no, he said one of the Jewish languages. I'm pretty sure if I recap.
If you're speaking with the Jewish language.
Yiddish.
Yeah.
Yiddish is what
Aramaic
we're-
is old school, but Hebrew is like also old school as well.
Yeah, but
I did study Hebrew for a little bit. Apparently, like the same word for mother-in-law and absolute pure terror, like they're the same word, pronounced the same way, spelled the same way, but it's all
And-
context.
and it actually translates into Catholic.
It's amazing how
Sorry,
things
I
work.
went to Catholic school. I know a little Yiddish too, Josh.
Where did I take us there?
We are. Oh man. So this beer, I think, is really good.
I agree.
I
This
like
is
like
an
I said,
IPA I can have more than one of.
Does
I think
translate
it's a little
to Latin.
grass.
as
I think it's a little
universal.
grassy. You know, like
I do get the
little
little.
like mowing the yard.
I like that though. I dig that. As
Josh
I've been into IPAs
I like
a while.
mowing the yard. My body doesn't like mowing the yard.
Grassy has been one of those slow to join the party flavors, but really in the long term, it's one of the I call it like a long flavor. Okay, piney hits you quick, it goes running. Hopefully, citrus gives you like a little, and then it's out of here. But that grassiness you're talking about, that's the part of the IPA that kind of sticks with you as you chomping through it.
IPA. The IPA.
The IPA.
You guys take the IPA.
Yeah.
How do you think they say it in upstate?
I don't know, but you know what? They don't have an upstate New York. They don't have deep dish pizza. They got like buffalo wings.
Well, there is. There's a buffalo deep dish, but it's more like just a Sicilian crust.
Yeah, well, they got the Sicilian crust, but they know to like not do deep dish.
I like Detroit deep dish.
It's just pan pizza. It's just
Nick got all
round pan
serious.
pizza.
Nick got all serious. real
Tune in
quick.
on Wednesdays. 'Cause we're gonna start the Great Pizza Debate. It's gonna be a month long.
Nick just got all serious.
It's gonna be a month long debate about pizza.
That's just pan pizza.
And don't tell me I like Nashville pizza. That's a tombstone with honey on it.
Oh, dude, yeah, like, ooh, let's not do the pizza argument. Ooh.
You can put honey on a Chicago deep dish. I just don't know where on your plate there's room for it.
Yeah, or I mean, you could actually go order pizza.
No, clearly the song says pizza pie.
Again, Wednesdays, 9:30 p.m. sharp. We'll be debating pizza.
Oh, that's the new show. Yeah.
Yes.
9:30. I gotta
Yes.
wait till 9:30 to eat
AM.
pizza every week.
I didn't say we're gonna eat it. I said we're gonna
And we
sad-
start with cold pizza.
I'm a sad
I'm pretty sure that
boy.
was Bill's truck. How do you do that?
Oh, so I really like this IPA.
I do too. I think that I could have more than one of those and not have any adverse effects.
It's funny because
Other
I've
than
had about 4.
Probably
so
getting a little inebriated.
I'm terribly impressed.
I feel like none of the effects have been adverse to this point.
Adverse, no.
There's been a couple reverts, but
Subverse maybe, but not adverse.
That Belcher had good Belch effect. That last one brought up a little bit of dinner.
what do you say about trying some dark stuff?
Okay. Oh, I think I replied a little too quickly to that, didn't I?
All right, this thing is this thing bears resemblance.
Forgive me for my mind going places.
I saw exactly where your mind went. That's why I was like, I said that way too quick.
My mind goes different places, and I've had the same song stuck in my head for like 4 days straight. So like none of it adds
So
up.
you're still singing Lil Duval too?
No. I'm saying like I got this.
Are you singing something from, was it Chris Stone or whatever his name is?
No, it's a Balkan song.
Oh.
Yes, Rob. You
From-
wouldn't know it. It's far more obscure than you or I.
It's not really that obscure. It's from Chantel. It's a Balkan like popular musician. It's called Disco Partizani. Just
So
look it up.
It's not
Disco
it's not that rapper
Partizani.
they're pursuing for all those people that died at his concert.
Yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah, no, it's like stuck in my head. I can't get it
Disco,
out.
disco,
Like,
partisan.
I don't want it in my head.
He shouldn't have it in his head. Let the boy get the tune out of his head.
Well, if you'll stop teasing us with the showing me the beer and not pouring the beer.
What'd you say? Shh. Shh. How'd you
Chocovesa?
say that again, Rob? That
Chocovesa!
make that. He did a pretty good job. Yeah. Well, when you say it like that, but you got to remember it's stone and there's a big giant head, so chocovesa. So that way you get the cabeza in there, and it's like the whole.
But I thought they didn't lisp in Mexico.
They don't, except for certain like language group cultures, like subcultures. But it's very, it's very.
You gonna stare at the can all night long?
Yeah,
Or
no,
pour
it says
beer?
say chocovesa.
That's what I said. Chocovesa.
Age at cellar temp or below. This beer contains, whoa, this is quite a list. Stout brewed with chocolate, coffee, pasilla pepper, vanilla, cinnamon, nutmeg, rice, and oats.
So this is like not just the regular Chocovesa though.
No, that's correct.
That's
This
right.
is the Tres Leches.
That's right. It's called the Tres Leches.
So it's supposed to taste like 3 cheeses.
Imperial
The
milk
three
stout,
milks.
inspired by.
Queso is cheese. Leche is milk.
Oh yeah, the 3 milks.
Hopefully,
I don't
it's
know why
not
you said
cheeses.
cheese, Nick.
I didn't. Yeah, it's Imperial Stout inspired by Mexican hot chocolate and tres leches, which is an actual dessert. It's not just
It's
randomly.
a great dessert.
It's really
What
good dessert.
what's the ABV on that guy?
I believe it just says enough.
8. I think it's 8 something.
Oh, well, you gotta save some for Rob.
8.5. I'm good there. Guys, don't feel sorry for Rob. He's going to Disney World.
I'm going to Disney.
Yeah, he's basically every Super Bowl winner of all time. What are you gonna do now? Oh, I'm going to Disney.
So, while I'm going to Disney, this is the stout, one of the stouts that Josh and Nick will be trying to sell you at the shop.
This thing wants to take you straight to Teotihuacan.
So,
Let's clarify.
the last
we don't
time I had
try to
Tres
sell
Leche,
people here.
it was
Beer sells
at
itself.
a Peruvian chicken place.
Where? What?
Is it
Sabor?
no? They do the chicken, the rotisserie chicken. Is that Peruvian?
Peruvian chicken, yes.
Yeah.
Are you talking about Wilmington?
Yeah, Aroma,
Oh, yeah, Aromas de Peru or whatever.
and they have Tres
It's
Leche.
funny when
Tres
you
leches,
say
yeah.
aromas
Oh, yeah, that's good.
de Peru, which it'd be Del, but
And I
anyway.
think it is Del on the side.
I'm getting very different memories. Most of them are like weird alleyways in Cusco.
kind of why I prefer the Peruvian chicken place in Calabash, which is literally on the sign a bunch of M's in a line. Que Rico.
Branson wants
Yeah.
to know who's sitting next to Nick.
Oh, the new guy.
Hey Branson, it's me. You
Hey,
know me.
Branson, don't let the new guy make your coffee.
I'm surprised that you could tell that was Nick behind the microphone.
He sits in the same place every week.
Seating assignments are key.
I guess I do too. But
Can we
you know.
try this?
Yeah.
Can we try the beer?
So I thought of you last night in the middle of the Eternals. While we were
Oh,
watching the
that's
Eternals.
nice. Yeah, but you didn't invite me.
Actually, Josh did invite you, and you said you had other movies to catch up on. I remember that specifically. Plus,
We did have that conversation Friday night.
I had
Oh,
up to 3 tickets
was-
saved for us, and only 2 were taken.
other movies that I got to catch up on, meaning you guys disallowed me from watching Eternals because I didn't know enough about the dogma of the comic verse.
I didn't disallow anything.
Though that is actually the real.
You were invited, and then you said you came up with an excuse that you had other Marvel movies.
See how that happens.
Oh yeah, so we'll get to the bottom of that one of these days.
Anyways, they were drinking a beer made from fermented spit.
I'd say,
Chicha, yeah, they were drinking chicha.
oh, I drink chicha.
I know you did.
That's
'cause I've
why
heard
I
your
thought of
stories.
you in the middle of the movie.
Rob literally elbowed me. He's like, "Hey,
I
Nick
drink.
say something about that one
I
time."
drink chicha at an altitude higher than you can stand anywhere on our 48 contiguous states.
I believe it.
1532. Yeah. Higher than Whitney, higher than Pikes Peak,
Oh,
higher than
absolutely,
Mount
yeah.
Rainier.
Oh, ooh. I like take it.
That was really good. Like, that beverage kind of, it's in a whole nother world.
It was
like,
funny. The guy, the one guy, he was like, he really liked it. And then the Gilgamesh told him how he made it.
Yeah.
And he's
Spit the corn back. They
Dude.
got it from a Gilgamesh?
If you drink,
Gilgamesh was the character that made it.
if you drink half of a beverage and you really enjoy it,
You know,
and then-
chicha's really made by old toothless grandmothers.
Yes.
Who have
And
like
if you find out
abscessed
halfway through
molars.
it that
That's where they get the
somebody's
good
grandmother
yeast.
Chewed that and made it. If you're already halfway through it, there's no point in stopping at like that point. It's like, no, you like it and you're not sick yet. Just go. Roll with it.
It's beer. I mean, It's made a little differently, but it's beer.
It's fermentation. All the bad stuff's out by the time you drink it, hopefully.
Well, that's true. So the whole thing's chicha's founded on bacteria, but really the bacteria dies out. The bacteria plays host to the yeast.
Which is in our spit.
Uh-huh.
Yeast is everywhere, brother.
And so what happens is the yeast colony feeds off the sugar enough that the alcohol kills the bacteria, and so you're no longer having streptococcal or whatever other mouth bacteria.
It's the entire concept of fermented beverages.
It's
a
spit.
beautiful.
It just comes down to spittle.
Yeah, it's a beautiful world out there.
It's wonderful. It's wonderful stuff.
Oh yeah.
I can't say I'm sad about missing Eternals with you guys. Honestly, I think you guys missed out at drinking chicha with me at Saxay Woman Pass. I have a picture
I didn't know
though.
you then.
I would love to drink.
I beg to differ, Rob. I was on so much ayahuasca, I knew everybody I would ever know at that moment.
Oh, a yage. Yage. Ooh, yeah. So what's your spirit animal?
Definitely a dinosaur.
Are we talking like a raptor, or are we talking like a T-Rex?
I've got very short arms and big steps. That is a really awesome beverage.
You're such a stegosaurus.
I feel like anybody who shows up with a stone Chocovesa Tres Leches at a party is instantly cool.
Yeah, especially if they bring one for me, because that was super smooth and nice.
this is a delicious beer.
I don't
Yeah.
know that
I
I'd
don't
want to
want
drink.
it to go away.
It's got the chocolate like the Chocovesa normally does, but it doesn't have that bitterness. It's got that lactose that just rounds out the.
There is a
palate.
hot bite. It's beer.
Yeah.
You can taste the condensed milk. Because Tres Leches is what? Caramel condensed milk, and then like
Yeah, dulce de leche, which is your caramel, but your condensed milk, cooked down though, like recondensed condensed milk.
Yeah.
Which I don't know if you guys have ever made hot chocolate with like the Nestle condensed milk. That's some stuff.
Dude. Oh yeah.
And like Josh was talking about secret chocolate recipes. He was
You're
like,
talking about Mexican hot chocolate with like the spices and condensed milk.
yes,
Which is what that was, right?
one of the milks in there. Yes.
Yeah.
It's Tres Leches. So it's 3.
What? That would. hence
We're discussing
our
one
verbiage.
of the
I know
tray.
my Mexican. It's
We're-
Trey. There's 3.
I know we're discussing one of the Tres Leches.
Sorry, I know my
Rob
Spanish.
speaks very, very good Mexican. What are you drinking over there, Rob? What are you drinking now?
I'm sorry. That beer went down way too easily, and way too quick.
Do you want to share at all, or are you
I mean,
just?
I didn't want to.
I mean, you don't even have any excuses. We even discussed it prior to the show.
I thought you guys were still talking about the beer. I didn't want to.
We were because we didn't have anything else in our glass.
Very good. This is 8.
I don't even have a glass.
still trying to talk about the beer.
This is 8.5% ABV.
Yeah, we drank that.
Oh yeah. Well, I was just.
What are you drinking now? That was our question.
We even left the wine glasses. We've actually evolved and learned that instead of handing Rob our glasses,
Yeah, Rob. Evolution is
show.
real. Get woke.
that if we leave them next to Rob, we get our wine quicker. Or the theory was that we'd get our wine quicker, but apparently that's not how that works. You're doing a great job.
Those are very office pours.
So we are drinking tonight. The
Grazie.
Branson, help us with the pronunciation.
Guarini.
Progea Valpolicella. I know that one. Valpolicella Ripasso.
Val Porcello Rapasso.
It's Progega. Yeah, Guerri Rizzardi.
This is going really great.
It is. It's going really, really well. It's a Spanish
Josh,
red.
we wanted to make you feel like you were 17 back in Italy.
Spanish red we're having tonight.
Touche. That's exactly
17
what it was in Italy.
$17 a bottle. Really nice price on that.
There we go. I just let my full
That's actually the last time Josh's hair and face.
This is actually
looked
the same
like
haircut I
that.
had when I was in Italy.
Very emo.
I've seen the picture 1,000 times.
14-0 Stillers.
His mom shows it off every time a visitor comes over.
What? Actually, no. This is not the same haircut. In Italy, I had really long hair. Cause there's a Polaroid of me with like 40 pigeons on me because you guys scammed me out of $40. It's like,
That's very Harry Styles.
hmm?
That haircut. Very Harry Styles.
That's in rock.
It is a
That's
hairstyle,
very,
yes.
very astute. Oh, that was not a clean belch.
No, that sounds. Yeah.
Can we not rate that one?
Yeah, there's something else in there that you might want
I
to.
feel like there was some interference.
You go talk to Steve for a bit.
that was like there's a grouper bite coming back up on that one.
Good grouper bites, yeah. Those were really good, by the way.
It was like a grouper's biting back.
Dude. I think Josh was starting to have faith in Nick's ability to fry some fish.
I've always had faith in your ability to fry fish.
He can't cook, but I'll tell you, he can fry some fish.
No, Nick can cook. I just don't like fried fish.
This thing smells really cool.
Yeah, get that thing really aired up because that's got a lot of.
Did you guys say Steve was here?
bright pink cherry?
Steve's here tonight?
No, just for you. He's only here for you.
I'm going to go check. I think I heard him.
Steve said that he missed Nick.
Didn't you talk to him like right before the show?
before the show. I thought he was here. I didn't see him.
Bright cherries on this. Like, I can't
100%.
I can't tell if they're black cherries or the like bright red cherries.
I think it's probably more like the Rainier, like the
They're-
red.
I mean, they're just popping though.
Oh, 100%. Just a lovely notes on this one. Ripasso is always a really cool wine because you get that like borderline Amarone, partially dried out grapes, really lovely taste profile going on.
Yeah, that was yeah, I mean, it doesn't have your normal Spanish tannins, but it's really, I mean, it's a nice Spanish wine.
Pojega.
Even though it's Italian.
Pajida.
Why did I say Spanish? Because it
'Cause
looks like the Spanish flag on the front.
Yeah, because
That's the Guarines.
Pajega looks like a Spanish word too, but it's definitely Italian.
Yeah, you're right. It's definitely Italian, but I was looking at the.
It's also DOCG.
I stand corrected, guys. I
It has
apologize.
a blue paper band. on
Or is
the
that
back.
DOC? No, that's just DOC. It's not DOCG.
DOC gold is DOCG, right?
Or
Green.
It's that weird. It's that like purpley rust color.
I
Label.
apologize. I thought I pulled a Spanish red.
Are you good? You good? Rizzardi?
Oh, guys, that's fruity. That is
A Ripasso. The Ripassos are always Italian.
nice.
Yeah.
Ripasso
I was
is
rushed. I'm
Ripasso
sorry.
is Italian.
But
That's
I've
basically
never- Hey,
like telling us. It's
I don't care, I'm
aged
going to Disney.
grapes, right?
I'm never gonna complain about you pulling a Ripasso for us
So
to try it.
they made wine out of raisins.
Pretty close.
Ripasso means basically it's the equivalent of
Rested.
aged rested on vine, right?
Yeah.
So the grapes are allowed to mature, even a little dehydrate, let the sugar maturate.
Or I don't even know if it's on the vine. Do they sun dry?
Oh,
them?
could be. Is Ripasso the method with the straw mats?
Well, I think Amarone is the method with the straw mat. I think Ripasso is Ripasso what they make with the second runnings of the Amarone,
Oh, Ripasso
No,
rested.
or like slightly rested, like it's not quite Amarone.
I think they're.
I think it's on the stage. I think it's on the step to it. A lot of these terms get lost.
I think it's a regional thing. Amarone is Amarone because it's Amarone. Ripasso is everything not Amarone. As far as like
So
not that
method,
region.
we're looking at a very
We're
similar
talking about champagne and sparkling.
method traditional.
You're
And,
looking at the difference.
and
Between
so
like,
Ripasso is more like saying method traditional.
you're looking at the difference between a $20 bottle and a $100 bottle.
Yeah.
yes.
The difference is only on the price tag.
It's
Well,
also a DOC versus a DOCG. Amarones would almost always be like a DOCG.
Garantada, yeah.
Garantita.
Yeah, that's hard for me to say.
There's a bunch of things that are hard for me to say from that part of the world.
At that point, it's just fingers in the air.
Spanish and Italian. I can't do it.
Garantada. Did it? No? Guarantini.
Martini, what? Very smooth drinking wine.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cherries pop on the nose. The tannins are lightly there, maybe just at the front, but nothing like a teeth sucker.
And just to clarify, it is Guerrieri, not Guarini, like Justin Guarini of. Okay, it's Guerrieri.
It's Justin Guarini.
It lost to my favorite pop singer / country musician / American Idol, Kelly Clarkson. But defeated Justin Guarini in episode, in season 1. But this is Guerrieri. It's not Guarini.
Yeah.
Yes, Gary Airy.
Gary Airy.
Which, if you're from Chicago, we talked about the Airy from Gary. This is very different. This is not funky.
See, because you don't roll your R's in Italian.
Guarini. You say all of them. So rolling them, if there was 5 of them in Italian, you eventually start rolling them. But you have to say each one, right?
Yeah. But unless it's Z's, because that's like a
Guerrieri. So like, I'm not trying to roll the R.
Guerrieri.
Yeah, Guerrieri. Guerrieri.
Guerrieri.
Yeah.
Rizzardi. Because like the ZZ is a T. Pizza.
It's got my name in it, Rob.
This has plum on the palate.
The
100%.
the fruit note on the beginning of the palate is anywhere from plum, prune, raisin.
And I'm gonna say it fades to raisin on the back end.
Okay, really distinguishing the.
The raisinated like the sun. Like
So you think
the
you get
dried
some
aspect
fresh
of it.
fruit on the front, but it's very deep and subdued, like plum. Okay.
Fresh going to like your prune date, like figgy.
I would even give figgy is good. A good.
Which those are our
a
sun
little
dried.
spice right there.
Those are our sun dried fruits. They are. I mean, a prune becomes, or a plum becomes a prune.
Yep.
Grape becomes a raisin. Apricot becomes.
Date becomes a fig.
Apricot becomes
I
a
think dates are just dates.
date.
Figs
There,
are
no,
just figs.
there's candied dates and there's
Figs are
aged
just figs.
dates. If you've ever had a fresh
Figs
date,
or figs.
fresh date is really weird. Like they honestly are. I mean, it's awesome. A lot of people are
Kinda
actually
like the
quite
concept
honestly
of a fresh
allergic to them.
olive.
Yeah, and a lot of people are allergic to fresh olives, but they can eat.
Like fresh olives are
Brined
not actually
olives.
like good for people
And
to eat.
yeah, they're kind of
No, like
poisonous.
agita. No, that's basically what I'm saying. Dates, there's a reason why they candy them and age them, because there's toxins that become very subdued very quickly. But
Redbeard just checked in. He said, "Who's the new guy?"
yeah, Redbeard.
What's up, Bruce?
That's Newbeard.
That's no beard.
No beard now.
Redbeard, good to hear
he
from you.
He looks so young with his trendy hair, just kind of.
I got a
It's
question.
not trendy
Wafting.
hair. It's
You know,
literally
the funny
my
thing
hair.
is though, like he's got it like this thing in the front, but the part like is showing his receding hairline.
It's not a receding hairline. This has always been my hairline.
The part of what?
It's not
Right
receding.
there, where it's got the little
Yeah,
lock.
it's a high hairline.
No, it looks like he stole Ringo's
Yeah.
hair from the wax museum.
Yeah, no, that's
Like-
my same hairline as been.
He said he was in Myrtle Beach recently, so I don't know.
Josh or Ringo.
Is this a real question? When did we start the real questions? Go on, Redbeard. Caller, line 1.
I'm definitely a better musician.
I want to know, what are you drinking now, Redbeard?
Dude, he was out breaking the crap out of his concrete driveway the other day.
Dude, but his driveway's not gone. I
He
don't
was
know where
like-
that pile came from.
That was him breaking it up, man.
What, did he re-pour the whole
he,
thing?
he was out there with a sledgehammer, and he was like
sweating.
he was 4 feet deep in it, just pounding.
Yeah, he was sweating a Canadian nipple.
I drove by and I was like, I'm not bothering you. And he stopped swinging along.
By the
that
way,
wave.
do you guys know what a Canadian nipple is?
No.
It's a maple syrup tap.
Okay.
Yeah, just thought I'd clear that up.
Oh, the shirtless Bruce.
You know, Bruce just fell over, like he was trying to type, and he just fell over.
I'm digging this wine.
The
is really good.
fruitiness really stands out, and it reminds me of all those wonderful Middle Italy wines we love. The Montepulcianos, the Montalcinos, the Amarones,
I
the
haven't said Valpolicella and I still thought it was Spanish.
well.
I mean, there were like
Rob,
six
at that point,
triggers.
you passed your Latin test, but you failed your modern languages test. Okay.
I thought you were like legitimately joking, and then it's like, oh,
Yeah, but the
the
Sometimes I
Pajega
think these
part-
winemakers just throw extra syllable at us just to check and see if we still know anything. But
the
it really
coat of
is.
arms looks Spanish.
Rob, here's the question. How many L's are there in Valpolicella?
The other thing is J is not a very common letter.
4.
J is
correct
not a
four.
common letter in Italian.
I did have a friend named Josh Poggi growing up, and his family was very certain that we know it's Poggi.
It's P-O-J-E.
Yeah,
Not Pojiga.
Yeah, but
well, because it's a Lombard name. It's like
yeah, but it's like J is not a common letter in Italian.
no, it was introduced, and it's interesting that I say it's Lombard.
Yeah.
Well, the Hoda
because the Lombards are like northern Italy.
The Jota was always a letter that was recognized in the Latin alphabet, but it's not. It's not a native. Okay, the I already encompasses that. Anything between I and X should already do that. And then there's even a Greek K that captures that. Rob should know that Greek K that captures that.
The Quetzaltelli.
He's going straight back to the
Wine.
Tres Leches.
The it's a KTS sound. Quetzaltelli.
Yeah, but what he's actually Rob's onto something. He's just several steps ahead of me. Rob, how many
Ahead
K's?
of you.
How many K's are there in Greek?
Are you talking about the Greek alphabet?
Yes.
Oh fuck.
He should know this. He's actually required to know this.
Kappa.
If there's any brothers watching right now, get your paddles ready.
There's Kappa, but
That's all you seem to know is the Kappas. Must have spent a lot of time at the Kappa dorm. What is iota?
What was your brotherhood?
Pi Kappa Phi.
Iota is a K in Greek that is actually a vowel form next to the I, okay? And becomes Jota, which is the J in Latinate, but it's really only recognized in like Spanish, so it's a Gothic,
We didn't have to learn all that.
which is where the Lombards come from.
It basically boils down to me saying that J in Italian would be akin to putting R, or not R, but L.
Jessica. Shh.
You don't Jessica. Jessica, you.
Yeah, but we're sharing a secret. That's all. Just between the two of us.
It's like L in
It's
Japanese.
Facebook Live, Rob. There's no secrets
I don't-
between the
I
two of
don't-
you. I could look the
I don't
comments
know.
up right now.
I don't know Japanese.
I know, but L is
Other
not.
than I'm turning Japanese.
It's like a
turning
letter.
Japanese.
It's a letter that's not really
I
there.
really think so.
So J is not really a letter that's in Italian. Because like think about it, like the Italian
Pretty sure I
version
just covered the whole
Joseph.
thing for him.
would be Giuseppe, which would be GU.
Yeah, but it was originally
I-
a Yeppy. And
Yeah.
so
Giuseppe.
Hey, so I have another question that's going to interest you guys in this whole dialect and
that's like,
spelling
holy
thing.
shit, Nick does speak Latin.
What do you guys think that about
We're at etymology. Yeah,
This
we
and
need to
food.
get off of the etymology.
no food? Okay, gotcha. What about you, Nick?
Pancetta.
Honestly, this
Carbonara would be cool with this.
carbonara. I'm definitely craving proteins, and I'm not afraid of chicken with this. That's one thing I will just immediately bring up. You know, we drink wines from Italy all the time, where we're like searching for the seafood that's supposed to go with this, and there might be like some steamed mussel stuffing dish you can do with this, but honestly, I'm with Josh. Is just like. Just give me a nice, simple,
Yeah,
nice, simple, peppery dish.
yeah, absolutely. Carbonara. Let's roll with the carbonara. What are you looking for?
Oh, those are in like several pieces.
Yeah.
There's, you mean which am I looking for?
Why do you think I'm not even worried about it? Like, there's so many pieces I have to pick up at this point.
Jessica just said, I really just need a day in Nick's brain, like how much knowledge is in there. Or how much knowledge is in there, or how much does he make up, and just kind of, nobody can question because we don't know.
That's knowledge in itself, Rob.
Yeah. So,
What does carbonara mean, Josh? He knows this one, by the way.
Burnt.
Yeah, it simply means burnt.
so
So he's actually leaning in towards my taste here. I like carbonara. I like that
So
flavor.
Carbonara, basically, you have like the egg and everything, but you really want to burn the heck out of the bacon.
That's what I do daily. Not necessarily on purpose, but
Jess, that's called fake it till you make it, not make it up.
Let's go faking it up.
no, fake it. Oh, never mind. I'll stop there. I'll tell people too much about Hormel products.
Yeah. So
There we go.
you guys both said like
Yeah, hey,
you
good
said,
to see you, Josh.
You said chicken. You said what? Pancetta.
Carbonara, yeah, basically like, well, because you burn the pancetta effectively.
Basically, we want something that tastes like buca de beppo. Just some burnt pasta pans.
I want like a nice smoky flavor with this, or on its own. Aside from that,
with, good lamb shank.
that or if you were going like a vegetarian based dish,
big,
I would really,
Dark brown gravy.
I'd lean in towards truffles and sun dried tomatoes, like kind of like the richer, riper.
I'm not a huge eggplant fan, but I do feel like roasted eggplant could creep its way around. here.
Absolutely not. You should burn every eggplant you see, and I'm not talking about it in a
and
cooking way.
shoot it on the vine.
I try to.
Like literally light it on fire and just wait for it to turn into ash.
I've got a 30-06 for every
Every eggplant.
eggplant sitting on the vine.
Bam! Bam!
I hate eggplant. I despise eggplant.
So
but
there's
I
actually
understand
no one
why
here who's
people
gonna
like it.
stand up for eggplant.
However,
It's
I
the
will
closest
say,
thing to poison in the grocery
You
store.
and I have made some incredibly good eggplant. Yeah. And
true.
I understand why people like eggplant.
I even helped you guys make it better,
If it's
and I don't
good.
even like it. That's how awful and devious eggplant
we
is.
all despise eggplant because anyone who had
moving on from eggplant because we just can. How about just like a veal parmesan?
Yeah,
Veal
you know, I
parmesan
feel like
is
you were
really-
about to say moving on from eggplant. How
with
about
the
an
real- with the
eggplant parmesan with this?
With a real red sauce.
Is
not
that a
like just-
carbonara veal
like a
or?
legitimate like fresh marinara.
Yeah.
And
Oh, dude, where's our grill? Carbonara marinaras.
Huh?
It stands for the cooked sailor.
we'll figure it out.
Or the baked seaman, if you prefer, Rob.
We will definitely work on that one. Jeez.
It's kind of a salt crusted.
Jess says, what about caprese stuffed portobello?
Caprese stuffed portobello. All right.
She made that tonight, she said.
Okay, so did you cook the portobello before you stuffed it?
That's what I would do.
Did,
Dress it with some light
Like,
wine
did
vinegar.
you I want to know how you made this caprese stuffed.
I'd grill it. I'd throw it in the broiler, keep it nice, and then I'd put the bruschetta.
That's my
top,
curious point.
and then I'd want to be able to dip like baguette toast points into like a giant portobello with slightly, and I very much mean slightly roasted bruschetta.
You see, if I was
And
gonna do
was the portobello marinated first?
see that's how I would do it
With a light-
portobello.
She said she baked it after brushing an olive oil base on it, then stuffed.
Okay.
Sounds pretty
Okay,
good.
cool. That would be that one way I do it. The other way would be to marinate the portobello, like you were talking about, and then like layer and stuff it.
I want to say right here, Jess, this might interest you as well. If we spoke in passing about David earlier, who's the manager of Silver Coast. Silver Coast is doing a line of olive oils and balsamic.
It's not bad. It's really
And
not
they
bad.
they're
It's really good.
So, Jess, you might want to check out Silver Coast for their. And they actually they asked us.
I got a case of their wine today. I should have got a case of the olive.
They actually
fucked
asked
that
us.
up.
They actually asked us if we wanted to start
Keep
carrying them
longer.
here. So that may be a new line. We
Yeah,
carry.
that would be a really cool thing to do
man.
because like
Sorry
a
about
good oil goes a long way. Like there really is a huge difference between a good
They have
and a
different
bad
flavored
oil.
oils and different flavored balsamics.
Between the infusions and the quality of the oil, like really, because we have several here that we've played with over the dinners that we've done.
Yep.
That truffle, this single draw olive oil with the
With
truffle.
Well, there's not one with truffle, but there is the Spanish one that has truffle like flavors in it, but it's
Thank
not
you.
actually truffle. It's just a wild olive.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, that one's really cool. And then the manzanilla oil back there has that kind of like petrol-y thing.
Yeah, you get the
That's
right oil
nice
for,
with
for
bread.
your dish.
You need some bread for that one.
It's yeah. The manzanilla needs bread. It's crazy what the difference is like with an oil, but
Yep.
you'd never think that.
And then I'm a big fan of balsamics too, and
And-
you give me a little variation on the flavor.
Oh, I'm just
I'm
gonna
all
throw
about
this in
Oh
there.
yeah, between the little balsamic and the thing you buy in the big jug. I mean,
Hey, have you guys ever had
craziness.
pumpkin seed oil?
Oh yeah, pumpkin seed's great.
Yeah.
And then there's a vinegar they do
I
from.
haven't had the vinegar.
Haven't had a vinegar from it.
Oh no, they draw a vinegar from the pumpkin seed oil. Like I guess they do a first run and it's kind of rough, and then they vinegar that. Whatever. Incredible stuff.
Yeah,
One
it's
other thing, and this is completely off topic. For whatever reason, it just popped in my head. Josh, you need to call your buddy at Durham. Not Bull.
Dirty Bull.
Dirty Bull.
Shout out to you, Ryan.
And yep, Ryan. I saw him on our statewide news channel today. They were
Oh,
doing
yeah,
a
with the
strawberry
watermelons?
lime, or watermelon lime.
Yeah, drilling out the watermelons. That was really cool.
So
Ryan
ask him,
Bennett.
give him a call and ask
That's a
him about,
beard right there. That's a beard.
about some.
Oh, is
get
his beard
some of
even
that-
crazier now?
Beard.
Yeah, ask him about getting some of that down here.
Oh yeah. No, I'll give Ryan a call.
He looked like he was setting up single batch. Like these guys were drilling out watermelons to make the sour.
I think that was all for the newscast, just
Yeah.
because they've already. It was for a contest and they've already voted on it. So,
And the beer's already made. It's cool.
just as Josh, I need to know more about marinating the portobello for future reference. Like next time I come in, why is it just got to be Josh? I mean, sure, he's the one with the culinary degree.
It's fine.
Nah,
Let me
I'm just
handle
kidding.
this.
I'm just kidding. That's
There's
fine.
no such thing as a marinade.
We still need to have our cook-off here so that we can all like.
no, that's fine.
There
I mean,
talk
is
proper
such
crack.
thing as a brining and then a post-brining pre-treatment.
Yeah. which
There's
it-
no such thing as a marinade.
If you really want to take all
For a
that,
vegetable.
if you really want to do all that for a mushroom,
she's just now laughing at the whole conflict she set up.
Oh yeah, no, I get it.
No,
No,
this
no, really,
marionettes.
Josh really is good with his marinades, and I'm not going to knock him on that. So, and with that,
Rob's great at smoking meat.
And that's cool because
You know,
hey,
like you give him a piece of meat and he'll smoke it all night long.
smoke. And listen,
like until it's nice and tender.
he might smoke all of your meat if you're not
I
careful.
just gave you a compliment, and you got to blow me up like that,
Hey, Josh.
I'm just saying, you're great at smoking meat. You do a great job.
dude.
Rob, are you a fan of Indian food?
Yes.
You do a great job at smoking meat.
She said y'all should hold cooking classes.
Do you like the various? Never mind. Just let it go. We'll let it go.
Why don't we get to rating of the beers and the wine? Since we are
Josh already knew where
an
this was
hour
going.
strong in this.
Josh, what's another word for sauce?
No, I don't need another word for sauce.
I don't. That'd just be like
No,
that. We're trying to reverse engineer snow to an Eskimo. Hey, what if we did
There-
snow this way? What do you call that?
Oh, there are
That's snow.
plenty, there are plenty. of
Well,
words
what
like
you
that.
made? That's just snow.
Yeah, so the first beer would be the Hop State.
The Hop State, yes.
I'm gang.
Great
Josh,
freaking
Yeah, no,
IPA.
I'll start it off. I'm gonna
this
give
was
this
yours,
one-
so why don't you start off? Yeah.
I'll 1.8.
I actually second that 1.8.
Nobody wanted to talk about it. Just
This thing's a Hall of Famer.
It's
this thing
good.
is.
I mean, I'm
All
pretty
right.
sure we raved about how good it was while we were drinking
Yep.
it.
I agree.
Yeah, feelings are mutual. Where are you at?
I'm right there with you. I think
Good. Hang in there.
because
All right, next beer. Did you have something else?
Sorry, you wanted to say stuff.
no, I'm fine. I'm just fine.
We just saved you guys 5 minutes.
Oh, Choco Mesa, Chase,
Jesus.
Nick, this is your.
Choco Fesa. I really like this one. I like the Tres Leches version. It is very milky stout, caramel milky. But the caramel does not take away from
so
the chocolate.
1-6. Josh, what about you? I'm just kidding.
I was actually going to say it's a 175 clean out. Take me to 2 table con. Thank you.
There's a great band from Germany called Milky Chance. 1.6.
Milky.
Milky, what?
That's from. Is that actually from Germany? That's why their name's so stupid. God, that's catchy though.
So yes, milk stout, an imperial
know what
chocolate
we're
milk
listening
stout.
to.
This is a variation of the normal Chocovesa. 1-6 for me as well. It was good, solid. I think I like it a lot.
1.6, 1.7, 1.6.
Yeah.
Nick's looking at car ads on his phone.
So We had this wine tonight because I can't pronounce it. Anything on the label.
Anymore.
We had this Ripasso tonight.
The Guerrieri Rosardi
Guerrieri.
Pro Gaga.
I did it without rolling my R's. I finally did it, bro.
Radio, whatever.
Poega. Valpolicella.
You got that one right.
This is not a Spanish red wine at all. Has nothing to do with Spain. In fact, it's made entirely in Italy.
I mean, you don't know. I mean, there could be Spanish people working at the vineyard.
The crest there kind of looks Spanish, but it's not. It's Italian. It has the little blue label for the DOC on it. It's definitely an Italian red, not Spanish.
Can you stop mentioning Spain?
I kind of wanted to be a Spanish red, but it's not. But it's a Ripasso. This is a step down from an Amarone.
It's definitely a step down.
Well, not a negative step down. I mean, Amarone is Amarone.
What's the price point on this?
17. So here's the thing. If you like Amarone and you want
Is there still wine in there?
Oh.
stop kidding yourself.
Did he drink it all?
If you're looking for an Amarone,
Why would he do that?
because I do it every week. If you're looking for an Amarone and you just don't want to pay the Amarone prices, check a Ripasso out. These guys are basically Amarone style, and they are pulling in the nice red, not sweet, but fruit wine flavors. They're getting a lot of the
This thing's
Plum.
very fruity.
yes, plum going to
Right.
excuse me, plum going to what?
Rot.
Not rot.
Prune.
Yes, prune. Grape going to what's that one?
Raisin?
Yes, raisin.
The raison d'etre.
Fig going to fig. I learned that tonight. Fig.
Yeah. Fig going to fig.
Anyway, I'm gonna look at this guy and give it a 1. You know what? I was gonna go 1.5, but it's a Ripasso and it's $17. I'm going 1.75 on it.
Is that your final offer?
Yep.
All right, what else we got to wrap up tonight?
Just this wine.
Cool. I give it a 1.6.
Cool. I'm gonna give it a it's 17 a bottle.
17.
Cool.
Ripasso.
Yeah. No, for Ripasso it'd be $17 a bottle. I'm gonna give this a solid 1.9.
You disagree?
Something made noise.
Like Ripassos are cheaper than Amarones, but that doesn't mean they're cheap. But the fact that you can buy this $17 a bottle, that's awesome. Like this is a really good, really high quality wine for that price point.
I'd say the flavors on the thing we're talking about with Amarone.
Yeah.
I'd dare anyone to put this up against the Amarone we have on the shelf and let you notice the nuances. For example, Rob keeps talking about Spanish. It's because he can taste the tannins.
No, it's because
In an
I was really
Amarone,
looking to pull
guess what,
Spanish
guys?
red when I went.
You're
into
not going to
wine
taste the
room.
tannins the way you taste
Yeah,
them.
no, there's no Spanish tannins.
Spannins.
Spatanins?
So you give a rating. I give a rating. Did we rate them all?
We did.
Done it.
We
We
did.
did the thing. All right,
So-
Josh. Is there anything we should tell these people?
Yes, I won't be here next week. Wait a minute, I'm not Josh.
See
So-
what's happening.
But here's what I was gonna say.
You're already leaving
Rob
us.
won't be here next week. Which
Rob's
I mean,
not gonna be here.
Here's what I was saying. I'm not going to be here next week, and if you like Chris Menker, he's going to be here replacing me. So the show's probably actually going to be
Must
better.
go on.
It's probably going to be better because I'm not going to be here and Menker's going to be here. but I will be back the week after. And Josh, you do have a few things to say, right?
Absolutely. If
We need you to
somehow,
vote
by
on the
some
best.
crazy turn of events, you have managed to watch this show to this point in time, which I know most people chime in for, the bulk of it, and around this time, you're
It's
pretty
pretty
tough.
tough. It's just as tough for me.
Lisa thinks we're too funny tonight, so.
yeah. If you have
I
somehow,
think you're too
by
funny,
some crazy alignment of the stars and moons,
And burgers
Made
and
it.
chicken sandwiches
and the alignments of the burgers and sandwiches at multiple fast food chains across the Western U.S.
all the way through the dollar stores.
Specifically the Western U.S.
That's
because
what
the
I'm
Eastern
actually-
U.S. is not
I'm
responsible.
actually afraid that I'm going to be missing out on some good stuff next week for, like, food.
Okay, yeah, well, you know what? Guess what? You
Ask,
did it.
tell
You
Mickey
did it.
Mouse about your problems. All right.
Maybe I'll have to join in from whatever dinner I'm at and, like, I'll say hi.
We've got Rob live from the house for Haven,
Yeah, it's like, oh,
Orlando.
man. Dude, what is this bot that keeps popping in on the chat, dude? I just keep blocking them and they keep
Yeah, this
showing
is a
up.
bot, total bot,
Man,
just a bot.
I think Monday we're at the Animal Kingdom, so it's going to be African food.
Nice. Is Jack gonna be there?
I'm sorry.
Guy's
Go,
so
Josh,
awesome.
I'm sorry.
the Manimal Kingdom.
The Animal Kingdom.
Yeah, the Manimal Kingdom.
Man.
Yeah.
Extra letter in there. changes everything. Yeah, again, it goes back to the fact that if you are watching us this late at night and you somehow made it to this point,
Cheers.
please do remember to like,
Cheers.
comment, and subscribe below because you're probably not
cheers.
watching this on Facebook Live. You've realized what I'm going to say, and you've dipped out by this point. But if
Did
you're on
you-
YouTube and you see this, please do remember that these guys absolutely hate canned fish. Like, if we're talking tinned fish, like
Whoa.
sardines
I like sardines.
and herring.
I don't like herring.
Rob hates herring.
Salmon.
Nick
will-
doesn't like herring either. If you really want to torture them and torment them and really make me happy, send us some pickled herring.
Next week. Not the week after.
The week after next week, just so that we can welcome Rob back with open arms and open cans of herring.
Herring. Lots of herring.
I'm hearing what you're saying.
Salt crust.
Leftover me salmon.
Also, Limburger cheese and raw red onions don't hurt either.
We have red onions. Limburger cheese.
Yeah.
I might like Limburger cheese and raw onions.
And raw onions.
Do you
And-
dip the
and
onions
fish.
in the lutefisk?
Canned fish. Lutefisk is all out of the question. Please do not ever send us lutefisk.
Shark fin in a jar?
It's a Norwegian or not Norwegian, but it's a Scandinavian
Do
type
not send us
of
lutefisk.
fish that Josh doesn't like.
It's not.
Oh, okay. These guys want to do this? Yeah, send us lutefisk, and they can try it first.
Lisa says she's going to bring sardines.
Okay.
Thank you. Smoked.
Can you bring some lutefisk while you're at it?
But I do like those mustard ones.
Smoked.
Mustard sardines
or
are
the Cajun ones.
mustard sardines are pretty good. The peri peri hot sauce ones are really good too.
These guys are very exploratory.
All right, so with that, I'll see you in 2 weeks.
Yeah,
These guys
like-
will be back next week.
Like, comment, and subscribe below. We appreciate you. Rock on.
Also, vote yes or no, a thumbs up or down if you'd like to get a feed from Rob, Direct, and Disney.
That may happen regardless.
Just vote.
That may happen regardless. All right, guys. Take care. We shall see you, and later.
We
That-
never
that was
we never actually see you.
excellent.
We don't have
Well
cameras.
done,
we
Dad.
can't see.